Cherie Hanson here. Another night of over 9 hours sleep. It's so wonderful to be in this place where I get deep, peaceful sleep. And I see that as a big measurement of my growth, because for most of my adult life, I would have severe difficulty sleeping. I would wake up with horrific nightmares. I would be screaming. I couldn't sleep on Sunday night before I had to go to work on Monday. And I feel that this is something that each one of us needs to talk about. And that is, if you are blind to the growth you are making, if you're not inclined to observe yourself with kind eyes, and we do this because we internalize if we have parents who had nothing but negative things to say about us. It's very difficult for us to say something positive to ourselves, because what we do is we internalize the parent, and it now becomes this ego control that is always lashing us. And it's like you're being ridden by some kind of cowboy with big spurs or something. And it's the voice of your mother and the voice of your father telling you, you're not good enough, try harder, come on, push yourself. And I think for me, I'm in a place right now where I start to realize that the indicators of growth are often very subtle, but momentous. To be able to sleep for 9 hours and get almost 2 hours of REM sleep, to fall asleep in a position on the bed and wake up in the same position, not flopping around, not fighting off succubus and ghosts and wraiths and horrible invisible creatures all night, and just to be laying in peace is the feedback I need to notice. And why is that? Because when you notice your own growth, it's like somebody put a sticker on your calendar. When they're trying to manipulate us when we're kids, you did really well today, here's a sticker. Well, you can put a sticker on your own calendar. And this comes with the intention of recognizing your growth. Some of the areas I've grown in is I manage money much better than I ever did before, because I was always trying to buy love from other people. So lots of gifts and, lots of purchases that were just formed out of this match girl mentality, standing on a street corner, freezing to death. And I want somebody to tell me I'm lovable. And so that's a big growth indicator. Do I see money as something that will make up for my wounding or for my lack of care? No. Do I fear to spend money as I used to for so long? There was a severe imprinting in my family about hard work, keeping the wolf away from the door. The wolf, the Sasquatch, the polar bear, all of them. Just keep them away. And so when you go to spend money, you're anxious about it because you could end up starving to death, face down in the mud in an alley. And that's something that is passed down in family history, in family embedded trauma. If you had generations before you that struggled, they were on the edge of life and death in terms of their poverty, you will have that echo in your own thinking, because we know for a fact that 6 generations before us imprint on every cell in our body. So for me to come to this place where I see money as not something that will keep me from dying, because that's kind of silly. Really, it's not. You can't pay the Grim Reaper enough money to not come and get you. It's going to happen. Or as a way of signaling that you are lovable. I bought love. I have presents for people. And so to get to this place where you're starting to treat money like what it's meant to be, and that is your power, managing your power in a wise way, is a great cause for a sticker on my calendar. And I'm thinking about, some of my teachers are talking about going back over 2025 and with a very clear eye, with your own value system, not the society's, not your family's, your own measurement. What were your victories in 2025? How did you grow? Have you retrained your thinking about yourself and your life? And I think the one that's really big for me, it's actually gigantic, is I know now that there are whole periods of time where I don't feel like I am incorporated. I'm in a body. I am this past. I am cursed. This happened to me. I've got scars. This is, and I'll just be walking along the sidewalk without any sound and watching the lights on the tops of cars caught in the raindrops and watching the dancing of the shadow of the trees. And all of a sudden, I'll think to myself, I'm not thinking anything. Well, that ended that. So when we get to a place of flow where we're not judging ourselves or pushing ourselves or ruminating or planning or living in the past or living in the future, and you're just walking along the sidewalk and there are all these things happening around you, and your sense of self dissolves. Your sense of your history, your architecture, your curses, your trauma, your wounds, your parental curses, it all goes away, and there's just this beautiful cold wind that is caressing you. So you become this dissolved energy moving along the sidewalk, and that is a fantastic place to be, because from then on, you can become anything. Anyone. You can make yourself, make your life, make your health, make your joy in that moment of the chrysalid. You're a chrysalid, you've dissolved, you don't know what you were. You were some kind of caterpillar, and you might become a butterfly or a fairy or a flying dragon. You don't know. You simply don't know. So how do you get there? You get there by teaching yourself to recognize the small victories. You can do it in the morning when you first get up, or you can do it before you go to sleep at night and think to yourself, as I did last night, look at you. You got all the kitchen cupboards and the kitchen tidied up, and then you went out to an Airbnb meeting and met some new people, and that's difficult for you because you're not really a social animal, but you did it, and you walked 9,000 steps. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. And as you fall asleep in the energy of a loving parent holding you, keeping you close, protecting you, guiding you. So that's what I have to say about that today. Find out what your measurements are for your growth and start to become very, very careful as you measure. It can be the smallest thing. I hung my coat up on the hook for my coat. Yay! Step back, world. I'm getting better. And the other part of it is to allow yourself to grow. We're so afraid of growing. We're so afraid of changing. Oh my God, what am I becoming? Well, you don't know yet. It's kind of like going on a blind date with yourself. I want to say I really appreciate everybody who subscribed. Do subscribe to my channel. Drive it up in the algorithm or the blessing method, because I'd like other people to find it. I'm hearing a lot of people are finding support and finding optimism about growing who they are. I did it. You can do it. And I was really messed up. Just take my word for it. We won't go into that right now. I want to say to you, if you want card reading or life coaching, I'm right here. Get a hold of me and we can set up a plan for you. You set it up, your goals, who you want to become. And for everyone who stopped to watch this video today, I appreciate you.